Howdy. This right here is an MNT Black Label Tyranitar from Clayburst. Today I'm going to show you how to get more cards sent back 10s or higher in less than 10 minutes. Alright, before I get into the meat and potatoes here, guys, this is MNT sponsored giveaway for May. It's a pristine 10 Rayquaza VMAX alt art from Silver Tempest. You get 100 entries for following MNT Grading on Instagram. It's official_MNT_grading. In the description down below, just click on the link, follow, and then leave a comment on their most recent post saying Ethan B sent you. Okay, let's get it. All right, guys, so the first thing that you need to do is pick the card you want to get a black label of. I've already used my Tyranitars as an example. It was the first card I really wanted a black label of, and I was successful in my first hunt. I want to show you guys how to get more 10s back instead of 9.5s. So I'm going to use this example again, and I'm going to go over some raw card examples as well. So what do we want to see out of a card so that it gets a MNT Black Label Flawless 10? Look at that cracked holographic go. Awesome. Okay, so it's in the name. The card is flawless, but what is the grading criteria of all these grading companies? I'm going to try to zoom into this cracked holographic here. You can see the card's got 10 edges, 10 surface, and 10 centering. So looking at this card, we're not going to learn a lot other than this specific example right here is in incredibly perfect condition. And at the end of the day, yeah, you can see that. It looks like a perfect Pokemon card. Obviously, Japanese card back. Now, let's look at the pristine 10 here. It's only missing one subgrade away from being a flawless. So let's test ourselves here and look at what's wrong with the edges. So what I like to do is start at the top left corner here and work your way across. I could already see some very, very faint on these edges here. It's looking all right though. That's why it's a 9.5. There's nothing clear, so we're going to go to the back and we're going to do the exact same thing. You need a lot of light here. I've got a giant light, and there it is. That is right there is the fatal flaw. Small bit of whitening on the bottom right corner. So that's the amount of specificity, that's the amount of detail we need to be looking at these cards at. Now, let's look at the easier to work on example here. Again, Gem Mint. It's a 9.5. This is basically going to score a 10 if it gets reslabbed anywhere else. As we can see, the edges are what did this card in. Centering, it was hit or miss. Surface, there might have been one scratch here or there, but honestly, I can't see anything. Let's look at it. And it's in the exact same spot. Right there. A nick in the bottom right corner. Let's see if we can get that nice and focused here. Look at that. And that's all it takes to have a 0.5 mishap. So I'm going to walk you through it. There's only 4 steps to get cards graded, and they come back good. Let's get into it. Okay, step 1, pick a card. Okay, step 2, get a bunch of copies. Step 3 is pre-screen. Back to the Flawless 10 for pre-screening so that we could look back at this beautiful cracked holographic label. So we're going to start from top left here with corners. So let's cross-reference and let's look at this Gardevoir here. And I'm going to show you how to kind of call out starting with corners. So you can see these corners have 0 bends and 0 whitening. That means that they're in great condition, and this would be a great example for getting graded. So we'll ignore this whitening on the edge here for now, and we'll just look at the corners. So you can see here a little bit of white on that corner, and you can see some whitening there, but that's edges. So we're going to look at the corner again. Just a little bit of whitening on that corner. That corner is absolutely perfect. And I'd say same with that corner there too. So this one, I think that's 10 corners. We can give it 1 check. Now let's go back to the label here. And let's look and see. Okay, now this is where we're going to look at the surface. So next we'll look into the surface of this card. Again, lots of light, very important, especially on these holographics. And now you need to shift the angle of the card and look and see for any surface scratches. And I mean, this card's checking out. It has 0 scratches. On this card specifically, on Gardevoir's dress, there is a little bit of black. That is not a scratch. That's just on every single one of these cards is a detail of Gardevoir's dress. So that surface is looking incredible. Now let's look at the back, see if there's any gashes and deep scratches. And again, it's passing, flying colors. All right, I just wanted to give an example of a 0 on surface. So unfortunately, the Squirtle Secret Illustration Rare in Korean was pulled when I was on vacation, and it did end up in my pocket in the wash. So this one's coming to the shooting range with me, but that's your example for a 0 on surface. You do not want any. All right, now we're gonna go into centering. So for me, my trick with centering here is I go from left to right. So first I look at how fat this left side is. My buddy likes to use his thumb there and kind of see. So you can see there, that and that looks very similar with the naked eye. Lots of people, they like to use the grading scale, put it up to the grading scale, see what's going on. But honestly, when these guys are grading the cards, I have a little bit of inside knowledge here. There is a gradient of skewness or off-kilterness of the cards where you're still going to get a 10 even though it's not perfect. And in a condition where to the naked eye, this almost looks like perfect centering, you're good to go. So I've got a really sad example of bad centering here, which is on the beautiful Charizard alt art from Obsidian Flames, the iced out Zard. You can see here, it's hard to see with all the chrome, but that is so skinny, and we got a fat side on the left, and it almost looks like top to bottom. The top is skinnier than the bottom. So this is where we double check and we go to the back. So you can see on the back here, if you kind of have a quick look, that left side is quite skinny compared to the right side. And then let's go up and down, and we've got a little bit fatter bottom, not too bad. This one's definitely off kilter, but for other reasons, I wouldn't send this card in. All right, here's the last one, and that's our favorite, edges. All you motherfuckers edging out there, keep at it, boys. All right, I'm just playing fucking come. All right, just go and come. Here's I'm gonna put him there. He's a great example. Now let's look at the edges of this card. So honestly, with the English card, the yellow side isn't really the best to look at for the whitening, so that's why we're gonna be switching it over. And this good amount of light is showing edges are not looking good on this card. And it's not just one spot, it's like as if this side got scraped against something, or it's been like lightly played. And honestly, apart from this right here, it's not bad, but just how long of a whitening there is on the side, I just wouldn't send that in. So that's kind of pre-vet your cards, make sure nothing like that is on them if you're looking for that black label. And then I've got 5 copies here that I've decided are looking good. And of course, I had to send in a Japanese copy. Now that one actually looks like there's a hair in it, so I'll probably have to take care of that. 4th step of getting 10s or more in 10 minutes. Once you've got your candidates here, you have to do the 3 Ps. You have to protect the cards, so clear sleeve into the preferred grading sleeve for grading companies. Then you're gonna process the cards, which means you're gonna go to Google there and you're gonna search up the card number. In this case, it's TG05 out of TG30 Gardevoir. You pull that up and you'll get all the set information. So I think this one is Silver Tempest. And then you go and you write that down on the sheet. Here I'm showing it next to us. So you fill it out, the date it came out, and you could see the date of that card is a 2020 card. And then you fill out all of that, include that packaged with all of your cards you wish to get graded. Ship it off with a kiss and a blessing, and hopefully you get a couple black labels back, or at least some awesome pristine 10s. All right, I'm sending 20 cards over to MNT. I'm chasing black labels on all of them, so let's hope for the best. I've got 2 copies of English Radiant Charizard. I've got this awesome regular Pokeball Holo Tomokazu Komiya Gengar from 151. If that was a Master Ball, that would be amazing. But again, the Korean and Japanese cardstock quality is just so much better when it comes to cut and centering. So again, guys, focus on those if you're going for black labels. I've got this Glade V full art. It's a trainer gallery, 19 out of 30. I love that card. And then we've got the G Old Ass Flareon EX. I call it Old Ass because honestly, that's a 2016 card. That's a long time ago. This is after they just released full arts with the Reshiram and Zekrom. So those are pretty iconic full arts. And then back into it. So we've got the Gardevoir Trainer Gallery. Again, that's 05 out of 30. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, the centering on that one is not looking good. I'm gonna have to look at that again. 4, 5 copies, and 1 being Japanese, because again, the quality of those are incredible. Now we've got the beautiful Metagross art rare in Japanese. This is a newer card. It's awesome. I don't think this might be Twilight Masquerade. If not Crimson Haze. And then we've got the beautiful character art rare Leon and his Charizard. I just think this card's amazing. Lots of people don't think it's a real card, which I'm like, maybe I would have thought that as well if I wasn't so into the community. But I just think that's so awesome. Imagine having a big ass dragon that just wants to be like a golden retriever. That's awesome. This card, I was absolutely smitten by it the first time I saw it, and I had to have a copy. And that's Zekrom 195 out of 184. This is a character art rare. It's got N riding on Zekrom, which is just incredible. And you've seen it on the channel before. I had to do it. Pikachu and Akari from Lost Origin, Trainer Gallery 5 out of 30. Just an amazing card. And you know I had to send a Japanese copy in as well. And another fan favorite on the account, we've got Dawn and Piplup from Sun and Moon. This one is a newer print of it, 2023 Chinese. And the Chinese cards are also printed in Japan. So there's a good chance this one's looking incredible. Another Japanese one here. We got 3 left. This is Penny. The reason why I wanted to get Penny graded is because it's Japanese. Again, great cut on this card. I've looked over all the edges. It has a great chance. And also, it's got an awesome cameo in that big old Umbreon there. It's not the focus, but it's incredible. I'm just trying to see if there's any other things there other than the Eevee backpack. But man, Penny's cool too. And then this is my favorite tag team card. This is my favorite, like, waifu. You know, these Sun and Moon, I don't like to call them waifus, right? They're at school. But, like, I love fishing. Lana looks great. And this card has a really good chance. It doesn't have perfect edges. I'm not expecting a black label, but this is another one. And then last but not least, we got Daddy Wallace showing off his dick vein there. Jesus Christ. I just want to get this graded because I want to know who's the type of pervert that would buy a graded Wallace. So I can't wait to meet you, buddy. But that's an awesome card. So those are the cards I'm getting graded. I'll give you guys an update once they're back, and maybe I'm not full of shit. I'll talk to you guys later.